I am studying seafood as my ocean resource. Seafood largely affects the Earth's spheres, even the biosphere. Here I'm showing a few different examples of seafood. In this first picture, it's a crab. Crabs are delicious and they're served at many different restaurants and seafood stores, and a lot of times you'll just find them in like a market. Um, the second photo here is actually a fish. It's a fish on a plate. As you can see, the last one was actually just a crab out near the ocean, but this one is actually a fish being served at a seafood restaurant. See, it's being served actually with some green beans and it looks like cheese possibly on top. They eat fish with a lot of different things, and fish is one of the major seafood. And this third photo here is shrimp. Shrimp is probably the favorite seafood of many people. It's traditionally served with some sauce, or it's normally frozen and then still unfrozen, not really cooked. And it's probably the most well-known seafood that's out there. This fourth photo is lobster. Lobster is very similar to crab. It's more of an expensive dish. It's known kind of like a steak of the seafood world, I guess you could say. It's normally served in restaurants and not only seafood stores, but restaurants, very nice restaurants. Though that covers most of the seafood, there are lots of different types of fish and lots of different types of, crab and lobster, but those are the major four food groups, I guess you could say, of seafood. Seafood obviously affects the hydrosphere the most. In the hydrosphere, seafood is a large part of the food chain, if not most of it, or all of it. And if you take away most of it, then there would be no life in the hydrosphere except for microorganisms or food that cannot be eaten or does not really affect it much. The biosphere is the second most affected sphere or region because the fish breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide, just as we do. When fish breathe out carbon dioxide, it releases bubbles in the water and it will be captured by sea plants and other organisms, which can then turn it back into oxygen. Um, in turn, the ocean produces most or lots of the oxygen that we breathe in. It keeps us alive, basically. Seafood also accounts for a large percentage of the food we eat, yet again, keeping us alive. The other spheres of the Earth are mostly affected by fossilization, from ice freezing fossils in the cryosphere to fossils found buried in the lithosphere. Otherwise, it does not have a big effect other than the effect that we have on them because of us being able to live by eating and breathing in the oxygen. So as you can see, seafood has a huge value on society. It provides us with the food we eat and the air we breathe. And on top of that, it gives us insight into the past and what Earth was like back then, because fish have been around for basically a long time. We need to generally protect this resource or it could cause tons of damage to our everyday life. We need to make sure that we are not endangering seafood species. If we are endangering them, we need to cut out, and there's always other species. If all fish were to die, then oxygen levels would be lower than normal, affecting our everyday life, and we would definitely need to find an alternative food source, and we know there's not that many of those out there. So it would drastically change how we live in our everyday life. For my resources for this project, I used mostly Google Images to get the images that you saw on your screen during the video. And otherwise, I used my knowledge from the lesson that I learned, and then different pieces of things together from learning about the hydrosphere and learning about the different spheres of the earth and learning about fish in general, my knowledge of fish. And yeah, so I hope this was suitable for the project. I decided to make a video as my project. Thank you for watching.